Can you start dropshipping with no money? We'll see.
What's up, guys? This is 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗘𝗦, and you have reached the Roughnecks Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
So, can you start dropshipping with no money? There's a buttload of videos on YouTube talking about, oh, you can get started with dropshipping with no money. You can do this, you can do that, and blah, blah, blah. And that's just simply not true. So I'm just going to go ahead and say no. You cannot start dropshipping with no money, with $0. It's just not possible, okay? And I know a lot of people say, well, on eBay, you're using PayPal and everything else and blah, blah, blah. PayPal gel is a real thing. So what most people don't know is when you're making a ton of money on eBay and your PayPal sales are going through the roof, PayPal will actually put a hold on your funds and you're not going to be able to get that money. You need to have some form of capital to place those orders while PayPal is holding your money. How are you going to do that? Through a credit card or having money in your bank account, which means you cannot start with no money. Amazon pays out every 2 weeks. And I know most people are saying, oh, well, you know, that's cool because you get Amazon FBA and da-da-da-da. It doesn't matter. Even if it's FBA, dropshipping doesn't matter. Amazon holds that money for 2 weeks, okay? That's 2 weeks you're not getting paid. It's like a paycheck. And on top of that, there's a window of time that Amazon uses to calculate when an order is marked complete so you can go make your money. Or when they'll pay you out. Now, doesn't sound too good, does it? Because you have to have at least 2 weeks worth of capital to float those orders, unless you have a service like Payability. Big shout out to them because I use them. But even still, you have to prove yourself as a seller before they'll allow you to come on to their service, and they pay you out every day, but they pay you out a percentage, and then they take a percentage of your profits in order for you to use that service. But whatever. And then there's Shopify. And Shopify, everyone's, oh yeah, but they have Shopify payments through Stripe and all that. And this is true. Shopify, you know, Stripe payments will generally come like the day after you make those sales or a couple days after. And you can use PayPal, but the same thing, PayPal gel, you know, just like with eBay. Okay, you're getting a ton of sales, they're gonna hold that money, you gotta have capital, okay? So there's no way that you're gonna get into the dropshipping game and have no money available in your bank account to fulfill these orders. Not to mention with Shopify, you gotta pay for traffic. Like you can create a website, but unless your brand is really, really strong and people know you, already, you're not gonna be able to pull that off. Okay, so I know a lot of people are saying that you can get into the dropshipping game with no money, but it's just simply not true. It isn't. Okay, and I know it sucks because you're like, damn man, I don't have a lot of money to begin with. I'm trying to make a little squall. I'm trying to get paid. But if you ain't got money, you can't make money. But in exchange, there are a couple things that you can do that you can start with very little money. First thing is private label dropshipping. Kind of pioneered that. You guys look up private label dropshipping on Amazon right here on YouTube. My mug is going to pop up and you'll be able to see. Now with that, you don't need very much money. Okay, you're going to need a few $100s. I'd say $500 minimum to really get started, so that way you can buy your UPCs and all that, because it's like going FBA without the actual FBA part. You're doing everything that an FBA seller would do. You're just having that product shipped out one by one if someone places an order on Amazon. So yes, it's a 2-week pay cycle, but you're not spending a lot of money up front. So if you got $500-600, you can push that out there, and you're not going to be listing thousands of products every single day, right? You're going to be listing sparingly. You're probably going to list 2 or 3 a day, based on whether you're doing good product research and can get the product photography down and all this and come up with, good bullet points, titles, product descriptions, all those things. All right. So it's not like you're going to be just throwing tons and tons of listings together. And then on top of that, if you magically happen to get a blow up product, what you're going to do is just put that store on vacation mode until you get more capital or until Amazon pays you out. All right. So there's that. Also, you can start thrifting basically. Okay, now this is not necessarily my thing anymore, but it's what I had to do when I initially started. I started going around looking on Craigslist for every major city, and I was going through looking for those free items and then relisting them to make money. And then in turn, I started using that money to start flipping electronics on eBay and swap it. Okay, so you can start doing that, and it's probably going to be the most cost-effective way to get started in the game, so you can build up some capital so you can start drop shipping. But you're not going to get into the game with no money. It's not going to happen, you know. And I know some people will disagree with me, but coming from someone who does 7 figures drop shipping on Amazon and drop shipping on Shopify, like, you should probably listen to what I'm saying. I'm a professional dropshipper, guys. Like, it's very difficult to break into the market because a lot of sales are going to come through, especially during this pandemic time, and you need to have the capital to back them up. You know, a lot of the stores that I manage are blowing up right now. I mean, you know, we're doing $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 days. You know, if you guys follow me on social media, shameless plug, links below, you'll see that the stores are just blowing up out of control. You have to have capital to place those orders. You know, if you have an $8,000 day, like, yeah, that's cool. It's great that you had an $8,000 day, but how are you going to place those orders now if you don't have any money? You know, you got to think about that. You know, you don't want to get in a situation where you got to start canceling orders. You got to do all these things because PayPal doesn't like it, Amazon doesn't like it, Shopify don't like it, eBay doesn't like it. You know, you got to be really, really mindful. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Let's move to the next section. We're going to talk about what you can do instead. So now you're probably saying, well, Rico, like, how did you start? Like, how did you make all your money? Like, how are you going to pull all this off? Like, how, you know, if you didn't have a lot of capital when you started, how'd you get in? And, you know, I told you guys some of that in the little section, you know, beforehand, how I was flipping free stuff on Craigslist and swapping and all that. But I ended up getting a damn credit card. I got one from Capital One. Okay. And the only reason I got it was because Samuel Jackson said I should get it because it's unlimited 1.5% cash back, right? So I got it, and that's what I use to fund all my drop shipping. And then over time, as I was drop shipping more and all the orders were coming in, Capital One gave me a higher limit. And then I started getting different cards from different banks. You know, like right now, my favorite is my Navy Federal card. You know, my Amex card through them. Yo, big shout out to my man Hassan. He helped me get that. You know, he put me on a Navy Federal. But I use that for everything. Like, I know a lot of people go, Amex is kind of dumb, but having an Amex is really, really nice. And, you know, there's a ton of points, there's lots of perks. And when you're drop shipping and you're doing $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 a month, and you're using that card, like, the points rack up. You know, I get to fly for free, I get, you know, rental cars for free, hotels, all types of stuff. So that is something that I would definitely recommend that you guys do. And Capital One is generally more lenient, you know, with their, their requirements to get one of their cards, especially their, you know, their, what is it, the Quicksilver One. Okay, there's Quicksilver and then there's a Quicksilver One. The Quicksilver One is if you don't have baller credit. And at the time, I didn't have baller credit. It's pretty trash. And that's why I got the Quicksilver One. The difference between a Quicksilver One and the Quicksilver, I don't really remember because they just upgraded me like a year later from the Quicksilver One to Quicksilver. Nothing really changed for me. I don't freaking know. But I definitely recommend that. Now, if you can't get a credit card, you can try to get a line of credit through your bank, especially if you have a credit union. Credit unions are generally more friendly, which is why I switched over to Navy Federal. I mean, they just hook you up. I got so many things through them that, you know, it's ridiculous. Okay. But like I was saying, you got to have some form of capital, guys. And having a credit card is really, really vital. I'm not saying that you have to have one, but there's really no point to use your own money. Using other people's money is going to make it much easier for you to get to the next level, especially when there's cash back involved or points or rewards. Because using your own money and getting nothing for it is kind of dumb. I'm not saying you're stupid if that's what you do, but it's kind of a waste of an opportunity, and it's kind of a waste of good capital. All right, you know, you never just want to throw capital away. And I'm not saying it's throwing it away, but you're not getting rewards for using your own money. Using other people's money will generally net you the most rewards, and in turn help you grow and scale your drop shipping business and get out of this you can't start with any money rut. Okay, the average person trying to get into drop shipping is more than likely desperate. They're just trying to claw for something, and that's not. It's a catch-22. You know, knowing what I know now. You know, when I first started, I was desperate, and you know, I was trying to do anything to make a little extra money. And so I get where you guys are starting from, and you know, in my mind at the time, I was blocking out all the, oh, you can't do it with no money. You know, you can't do it. You know, if you don't have any money, blah blah blah. But it's true. Okay, it's true. You know, I had to do all these roundabout things to make it work. And if someone had just told me from the start, all right, you can't do it with no money, so you need to focus on either repairing your credit or getting a credit card, like a secured one even, or whatever, then it would have made my time a lot easier instead of spinning my wheels doing a lot of other stuff. So When we get to the next section, we'll talk about what you guys should be doing when you get into drop shipping and how to scale your stores using the very limited capital that you have. So how are you going to control scaling when it comes to your dropshipping store now that you got a little capital? You found out you couldn't start with any money, you got yourself a little capital, and now you're trying to break into the market. Okay. Now, depending on the style of dropshipping that you're going with, if you're going with private label dropshipping on Amazon, that's pretty simple. You can easily just list less, and chances are your first couple of listings aren't going to be all that great, so you're not going to get a ton of traction anyway. Your bullet points aren't going to be that great, your back-end search terms aren't going to be that great, your titles, the product descriptions, all of that, like a lot of it's just not going to be optimized, so you're probably not going to be getting $20, $30, $40, $50,000 worth of sales, right? So that is a method where it pretty much handles itself, because you're not going to be able to do a bunch of listings. When it comes to like retail arbitrage or online arbitrage dropshipping, I should say, like dropshipping from Walmart, Target, Kmart, whatever, you're going to be looking for items that have a lower sales rank. The higher the sales rank, the more sales you're going to get. And if you don't have a ton of capital, it's not for you, especially when you're first starting out. Okay, this is a method I don't recommend unless you actually have capital. But if you're like, you know what, screw you, Rico, I'm going to do what I want to do, fine. Just make sure that you are able to shut down listings that are getting the most traction, and you'll know, because you'll get tons of sales for certain things when you get the buy box. Now, as a beginning account, you're not going to have the buy box for a lot of your listings, so you're going to be getting sales sporadically. But once you hit that buy box and it just starts ballooning, you want to make sure you shut that listing off and then focus on the other ones. Okay, leaving that listing on is going to kill you in the long run. You have to start canceling orders and all that. It's just just don't do it. With Shopify, you're probably not going to have to do too much controlling, just for the sheer fact that you're not going to be able to run near as much traffic as you would with like eBay or Amazon, because that's unlimited free traffic. With Shopify, you're going to be spending money to shoot, not shoot, but you're going to be paying money to get people to go to your website and potentially buy. Now, when you are doing that initially, you're probably doing more testing than anything else, and you're not going to get a ton of sales. But when you start getting sales, that ad works. That is the ad that you can focus on turning off. Okay, once you have a winning ad, and that the sales are coming way too quickly, and you don't have the capital to back it up, like if you get put in PayPal jail, or if Shopify payments stop paying out, you're like, okay, you're getting a ton of sales, we need to make sure this is legit. All right, shut off that ad. Okay, shut that ad off. It works. Okay, it works, so you don't have to worry about when you spin it back up if it's going to continue working. Shut it down, and then focus on getting those orders placed, and then you can bring it back up. Or you can shut off your ads. You already know that ad works because you're getting sales. Okay, so you don't have to worry about when you bring it back up, are you still going to be making money with it? Shut it down. All right, stop driving a ton of traffic, and then what you need to focus on is getting the orders fulfilled that you already had placed. Okay, that placed on your website. You can also focus on your email list. Now, if you're not building an email list, then you're doing Shopify all wrong. That's so stupid. But if you already have an email list, now you don't have to worry about the ads. You can send out a segmented email little by little to the people that are on your email list and say, hey, we're giving you a 10 or 15% off coupon. Have those people come back and purchase, when the time is right, as you get more capital, so that way you're not blowing things up with that ad. Because if it's a video ad and you're getting, views at a penny or 2 pennies, but those people are clicking and going to your website, congratulations, you're spending very little money, but you're getting a lot of traffic, and you could potentially get a lot of sales. So there's a lot of things you're going to have to do to kind of negate all of that and keep yourself from spilling over and just losing money, or potentially losing your store on one of these platforms. All right, so those are the tips. No, you cannot get started with drop shipping with no money, and you need capital. Okay, you need capital, and then do you need a ton of it? Not right off the bat, but the more you have, the better. It makes it a little bit easier. And guys, there's going to be an Easter egg. If you stayed through all of this, there's an Easter egg somewhere in here. Okay, and whoever comments whatever the Easter egg is down below, you guys are going to get whatever that Easter egg is. Okay, so that being said, guys, hopefully you found this informative. Hopefully it helped you out. Please smash that like button for me. Subscribe, click the little notification bell, and be safe, be smart. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.